Yeah, a really, really impressive team, very well coached, very disciplined. They take care of the ball. They have a very good assist-to-turnover ratio, do a really good job on the glass, and it's a team that's got a lot of skill all over the floor. And Dowd and Valdez, they're really, really good players, both all-league players, Dowd first team. And those guys play with a lot of confidence and a lot of swagger. And it's a team that's won 20 games 5 straight years. So they've got a winning culture, and we're going to have to be on point. It's important for us, to go down there and get our crowd into it. I think we're going to have a really good crowd in Oklahoma City, and it's our job to get them into it. So important to go down there with the right mindset and get off to a fast start.
We've talked about the value of experience, guys like Sam and Rank and Jamarcus. Just what do you think they got out of that experience 2 years ago they can apply to this next?
Well, I think both teams have experience. When you look at this Troy team that played in the NCAA tournament against Kentucky last year, and it was a really good game. When you looked at the first half, I think it was a 2-possession game at halftime, so their players got really valuable experience in that as well. And I do think it's important that we've had guys that have played in this environment. And we went down there. We did actually get off to a really good start against A&M. We just weren't able to sustain it. And, at this time of year, you got to defend, you got to rebound. And that's been the thing that's carried us all year long, and being one of the most efficient defensive teams in the country. And that's going to have to hold true if we want to advance at this time of year. And, our guys had a really good workout today. They're excited to go out there and have this opportunity, but at the same time, you have to control your emotions. You can't go out and all of a sudden try to do things that you haven't done all year. And, it's important for us. It's all about, the basics, the things that we've been doing since day one on both ends of the ball, and, share it, make the simple play and do a good job and have great communication, get back in transition, don't give up easy baskets, just all the things, that you have to do that you really encourage your team from the first day of practice all the way through. And you just have to it's on steroids now. And, it's a great time of year. It's a fun time of year. I've talked to our guys about enjoying it. But at the same time, this is a business trip for us. And the fact that our guys do have some experience with this, I do think helps us. But again, it's going to help Troy as well for what they experienced last year.
Hey, Fred, I'm sure I won't be the last to ask about this, but, you've talked a lot about firsts that have happened in the program this year. So with all that said, to what degree does the way that this season is viewed hinge on you guys breaking through in this?
Well, we're not thinking about it that way. We know what's out there. We know what's at stake. Our guys have done a lot of really good things this year, some things that have never been done in the history of the program. And, again, a lot of that has been done because our guys have really had great focus and they haven't gotten too far ahead of themselves. And all they've worried about is the next assignment. So, we can't think about it that way. There's enough pressure at this time of year, and if that's your thought process, you're not going to be focused on the little things and, the things you have to do to go one possession at a time, just the importance of every possession at this time of year. So if you do that, if you go out and you execute, hopefully things at the end of the day take care of themselves. But that's been the mentality of our group all year. They haven't looked past the assignment. And again, I know I've talked a lot about the big wins that we've had and the way that our guys have gotten over it, the tough losses that our guys have had and how they found a way to rebound and get their focus back. And, that's one thing that we're going to have to continue with if we want to keep playing.
But that narrative is going to hit you guys in Oklahoma City probably, given the stage that it is. You talk to your guys about it. There's the Tom Izzo way of you embrace it, and there's other people that
Yeah, listen, our guys know. I don't have to remind them. It's out there. And, again, we just have to do what we've done all year and stay focused on the task at hand. And, again, I'm confident our guys will do that.
Your experience with playing an early game, with the 11:40 tip, what are some of the challenges that come with that, just with the timing?
Well, last time I had this experience, we'd just come off of 3 wins in the Big 12 tournament where we had to come back from double-digit deficits, and we were a little bit fried mentally. And, we played I can't believe when you're a conference champion, you shouldn't play the first game of the tournament. But it happened that year, and we ended up losing in a one-possession game. This is different. We've played a lot of these games. The other thing, when I look back at that we played a lot of big Monday, 8 p.m. games, night games. We hadn't played an afternoon game in months. when we played that game. So, we've played, and I said that throughout the year, we've played it pretty much every time you can possibly play over the course of the season. We played 11 a.m. games. We played the 9 p.m., so we played at 10:15 Central Time when we played at UCLA. So we're experienced with it, and it just you play at the time that they give you. That came out, I think the first one was 5:10 or 4:10, no 3:10. Yeah, I get my time zones messed up. But yeah, it's listen, you get the 11:40 game, it's exciting, and you get a tip off the tournament. So our guys will be ready.
What is the message to the guys about just controlling emotions within themselves?
Yeah, that again, that you have to do it all year in the Big Ten. If you don't, you're going to get smacked. And we did it for the most part. Obviously, UCLA got away from us. The Big Ten tournament got away from us against Purdue, but guess what? They're playing pretty damn good, and I think we saw that with them. Double-digit win over Michigan, and what they did in the semis against UCLA. Come on, Wilson. Confusing me. So, again, it was something for us that you got to learn from. We did not handle, I didn't think, very well at UCLA, but they're rolling right now. So, listen, we play a couple really good teams. We're going to play a really good team again on Thursday. And we have to keep our emotions in check if we want to have a chance. But again, I go to this, Wilson. Our guys have handled adversity pretty darn well all year long. And it's a reason we're whatever we are, 26-6, and against some really good teams and a great conference, and we have to keep that as our constant. Now all of a sudden, yes, it's a one and done. It's why I think it's the greatest sporting event in the world, for those reasons. But yes, we're gonna have to keep our emotions in check.
How does the schedule look like leading up until Thursday?
Yeah, we'll practice here in the morning and get there tomorrow. We'll have a team meal. Go take them out tomorrow, and we'll get a practice time to go to the arena, shoot around. We'll practice before that. We'll get a gym in Oklahoma City. Luca is taking care of all the logistics of it right now, and just get them ready. We'll have a good film session the night before the game. Walk through that morning and go lace them up.
Having a veteran group, how does that change the way you're messaging throughout the course of the week, Brad, and maybe the way that you approach day-to-day and structure?
Yeah, I don't think it changes my messaging. I think our guys have done a good job that have played in this event. Rink has been very vocal the last couple of days. Sam has done a good job being vocal. Jamarcus has done a good job. This is Price's first time playing in the NCAA tournament. The excitement that comes with that. Cale was part of our team a couple years ago that certainly can help and speak to our younger players. Braden is it's his first experience, and he's been really good here the last couple days. So now it's all about going out there. The biggest thing, listen, you got to execute, you got to play disciplined, and you got to find a way to battle adversity.
In terms of personnel or philosophy or tempo, did Troy remind you of anyone that you played throughout the course of this year?
Oh, they're their own team. Again, the thing I've been really impressed, they're very well coached. They do an unbelievable job. They play with great discipline, and a little bit of a couple of teams that we played against, but they're their own group, and they've got talent all over the floor, and they've got experience all over the floor. And again, we're gonna have to go out and do the things that we've done well all year. If we jump off the map, all of a sudden we're gonna be in trouble.
How do you feel about where your guys are health-wise?
Yeah, I feel good. I think our guys are in a good position here.
Does it make it harder to prepare for them, knowing that saying may not play, maybe out?
Yeah, you prepare as if they're going to be fully healthy and going to have everybody on board. But they played pretty darn well in that Sun Belt tournament. With their group, Singh certainly adds a whole different element to their team with his skill level. But I thought Bellamy was terrific in that tournament and really helped them to a championship. Thanks, guys.